Hey folks, welcome to another episode of The Mind and the Martyr. Hope you're doing well, hope you are hydrated and feeling good. We are pretty excited to go ahead and jump straight in. I say that every single time, as if one time we're going to be like, no, we don't want to do this today, but we're here anyway. I don't know. I feel like it's important to be like, yeah, we like this. These people are not here against their will, I promise.
Help me. Help me.
Oh no. We're not making that canon.
I don't know Morse code.
We're blue on stream if you're in trouble.
So I can't blink out Morse code, so I don't know it.
SOS. Beautiful. Oh no. Yeah, we have a few sponsors on the channel that keep us going, and a few folks that we're affiliated with. We'll start off with the wonderful folks at Grinding Coffee. They are a fantastic LGBT plus POC-owned coffee company. They have a whole bunch of new flavors on the way that they are currently teasing and not actually telling anyone about, which I'm annoyed because I want to know. I want to know so bad. But they have some fantastic flavors on offer already, and you can also grab a small sample pack of different flavors if you want to go ahead and try something, but you don't want to fully commit to it, you know. Go ahead and throw FWRD into the coupon section to get some cash off your order. And that goes towards helping out the channel as well. They are blooming fantastic. And I can't wait now that they are shipping back to the UK. We also are on Roll20's Spotlight program, which is super exciting. Roll20 is an online tool set for TTRPGs, whether that be Monster of the Week, whether that be D&D, iHunt, Jiangxi, you name it, it's on there. There is a marketplace of loads of different content from official sources, from independent creators and indie creators, and a whole bunch of assets as well when it comes to characters and maps. They are fantastic. They are super cool, and we're excited to be working with them. Me especially, because it means I get to use battle maps now. Yeah, go and check out Roll20. You can sign up for free at roll20.net. This is how we roll. And lastly, a new challenger enters the arena. We are now Dice Envy affiliates, which is super cool. Dice Envy are a fantastic dice company that have a wide variety of different dice sets, whether that be materials or colors or patterns. You probably know them already. They are definitely around the TTRPG sphere. That is because their products are great. And we have an affiliate link, which I think should, if I've set this up right. I've not set this. I have set this up right. There we go. It's in chat, just there. And any purchase that you use with our affiliate link helps out the channel. So go ahead and check that out the next time you need some dice. I think that is about it for all of that blabber. Did anyone want to go ahead and catch us up with what's going on?
I got it. I'm on it. I've super got it. All right. So last time we didn't fight anything. There were some weird lights, and the lights wanted us to prove we like nature. And internally now he's like, me and Dewan love nature, but fine, we'll prove it, I guess. And so we had to prove it by using different types of nature elements in different forms. We got through it because we're all rock stars. We went into a very old temple that I believe now we've figured out it may have belonged to someone that everyone just calls the First Ones. In the temple was a bunch of stuff. Now we did not know what it was. A bunch of old important stuff that Mara was like, this is super important. And I believe someone else thought it was super important too. I don't remember who. People smarter than now is like, this is really important. Now he's like, there's a big door, I want to open it. She was told no, so she sat down. But she really wants to open the door. A lot of people held Eridan's hand. Remember that, because Eridan was using senses through their familiar for a bit, and now he just assumed Eridan couldn't see and needed help going up the stairs, so now we just kind of held Eridan's hand until Eridan stopped. That's kind of it. We did a lot of talking and a lot of puzzle solving. We didn't fight. Now we harvested a bunch of monster parts. We're back again.
We're back.
There and back again.
I don't know when we went out, but I'm done giving a recap. Good luck, everybody else. Ray, take us away.
We're in a temple. Cool stuff is happening.
Mara's drawing.
Yeah.
With the hallway of statues of the ancient gods.
Yeah,
The
stuff
whole way
that
of-
Naui is is important. She's
The
sitting
whole
at
way
a
of
door.
statues and orbs. That's-
Nori wants to
that's
open this
where
door
you
so
at.
bad. I want to open this door so bad.
Mara told everyone, don't touch anything.
Yeah, as soon as Mara's like, I'm done, I'm opening the door.
Okay, can we please open the door now?
But the weapons!
Ugh. No.
So this room, no I'm kidding.
we looked up the tools. It was based on civilizations, and
Yeah,
a lot of them are
it's just-
old. And go.
Yeah, just a collage of different cultures. So, when we come back, the door to this next section of the temple was opening up as you all waited, some patiently, some not. The door opens up to quite a different scene in comparison to what you've already witnessed in here. Looking forwards, the first thing you notice is the kind of scratch and scorch marks of what appears to be almost a small war zone that took place inside of this area. There is a set of stairs in the center of the room that continue up to a slight rising. At the back, there seems to be a small gap in the wall where a soft, kind of greenish blue liquid is flowing directly into what appears to be a basin below. The stairs themselves are broken and damaged, sections of them having been worn or torn away. You see fresh scorch marks of fire and arcane energy scratched and scuffed across the area. The rest of the room, as you get a better look now, opens up. There is a worn but beautiful mural that seems to stretch across the majority of the ceiling area above you. Coming down then, as they cut off towards where the walls are filled with almost a honeycomb-esque pattern of these same metallic orbs that you've already seen previously. They line the walls, and you would probably guess there's about 80 or 90 in here.
I think now we would go inspect the water basin. I want to look at the mural so bad, but I think she'd see the water and go there first because she wouldn't even look up.
Okay. Awesome. You carefully step your way inside. There is a lot of rubble and debris on the ground, and unfortunately, it is a little trickier to traverse, but thankfully you have enough experience in rougher areas of the world that it's not too much of an issue. Stepping up the ascension there, you see a small pool of this slightly viscous liquid that you recognize as the same liquid you found kind of condensed across the walls of the original entrance of this place. The liquid itself seems relatively calm. It pours into the basin in the bottom, and there's nothing that particularly catches your attention.
The liquid is more does it seem like water, or is it like more or less viscous?
It's a little more viscous. It's like not quite like jelly, but it's a little kind of.
I'm not the only one that tastes stuff. Yes.
Yeah, I
So this
Okay.
is the liquid we're supposed to collect, right? It's the same stuff we saw leaking from the walls of the cave.
Oh, is
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the same
Correct.
stuff that's condensed on the walls in the original area.
Okay, so like,
Oh.
let's collect this and not freaking tap the walls in the entrance room.
As you
Now,
go
wait, is
ahead. Sorry, go on.
I would still taste it. Naomi's a bimbo. She's doing her best. But is there like a hole it's coming through, or is it like, where is it? Right? You described it like
It
it's
seems
like
to be,
filling.
it seems to be just a hole in the back wall. There's no like super decorative thing there currently. If there was, it has been destroyed or removed a long time ago. It's
Mhm.
just kind of gently pouring into this pool below.
Gotcha.
So
I do
we
taste
have
it.
Jacaranda bring the containers here.
You certainly could.
Wait,
Yeah,
did Jack suddenly
Basically
become
saying that for
our
Naui.
mule?
So Naui. Well, she stayed outside of the first temple, so she's closer. But Naui, can you contact Jacaranda? I don't know how far your
I can send
mind
Lupa
speech. Okay. And
as I taste the water.
Wait, isn't
so
this
she can-
healing water?
Roll a d6 for me.
No.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
No one said saving throw.
4? Okay, cool. You feel... Okay, random ping.
What's
You
that?
feel a sense of... Almost a sense of tranquility as this liquid touches your tongue. It's almost like that scene from Ratatouille. This is a really weird bridge. That scene from Ratatouille where
I
he puts the
totally
food in his
exactly know what
mouth
you
and then
mean.
he just
Mhm.
he's
Yeah.
back to a kid again. You basically have that. For a split second, you are back in the Vale. You are around the people that raised you and the family that you found there for just a split second. And as you come back out of that memory, you find yourself a little more invigorated than you were before. You lose your point of exhaustion.
Ah, I knew it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've gamed the
you
system.
did it.
Okay, nice. I think now he just has like single tear from each eye. And she's like, "Yes, I can." And I send Lupa to go get Jacaranda.
So Dewan, we're taking some of this stuff for us, right? So
Oh.
you can make like tons of potions.
It is quite powerful, whatever it does.
I mean,
I
yeah.
feel much better now.
As
I was
soo-
quite tired.
as
And
soon
this
as
is
we
just the pool of. Sorry.
as soon as we find out what it is, like Dawan is there with big bottles to give to whatever his face is, but also with small vials, just like nodding furiously at Mara. Yes, of course we are taking some for ourselves. Consider it our share.
What's the mural depicting?
That's probably important.
As you look above, the mural seems to be an old mural. There are sections that are weathered, but thankfully it seems like it's been mostly untouched in whatever skirmish happened here beforehand. You see these large, kind of elongated, lanky silhouettes that seem to be clustered around some particular artifact. Seems to be a small kind of box that's been sealed under some kind of arcane lock. what it is, the Muriel unfortunately doesn't show. And it goes through this process of individuals finding the box, beginning to revere the box as some kind of sign, as some kind of divine or arcane intrusion into their cultures, and then them passing the box on to someone else, and it being refound, and it being refound, and it being refound. And it seems like these elongated silhouettes are the ones who originally created this object. The Muriel seems to duck through various different settings, not just in like the passage of time, but also seemingly different planes as well. There are lots of different creatures that end up unearthing this thing. Everything from your regular kind of elves, dwarves, up to elementals, up to what appear to be some kind of divine celestial creatures. This thing has been around.
Do the lanky silhouettes resemble anything we might have seen?
It's the Worm Queen, okay?
Ray, do you care to comment on
There
this?
is.
What is your opinion on this?
God damn it. God
Her
damn it.
worminess needs to know. Breaking, coming to you from Vacant News.
No. The silhouettes look like nothing you've seen before. They don't look like any kind of heritage or any kind of biological composition you've seen from a creature.
Does the box look familiar?
The box doesn't really have a whole lot of detail on it in the Muriel, unfortunately. So it's kind of hard.
Are you trying to say mural?
Yeah, it's a mural.
Muriel? Yeah.
Not real.
No, mural.
Muriel, same thing.
No, Muriel is encourage the cowardly dog.
Thank you.
I got it, Ray. Don't worry.
I mean, so did
It's
I.
like aluminium. There's just an added syllable.
That's how they say aluminum.
Aluminium.
Yeah.
Aluminum.
Oh. Okay.
That one actually has historical context, though. That's different.
Ray's like,
Are
I
you
just made
saying
mine
that
up
Muriel
today.
does not?
Muriel is just because apparently I learned the word wrong. I've been saying it for 24 years of my life.
Hey, but if
That
you learned
way.
it, if you
I
learned
was
it
giving
like
you
that,
the credit.
it has historical context then. You're part of history, Ray.
I like that. That's a good
Don't you
excuse.
You're just
forget.
setting trends. You just really like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I've never heard
Is-
the word speakeasy said before, so that's how I say it. It's not speakeasy, it's speakeasy.
This is my thing, and then I'm gonna do a thing. One of my friends, when we were in history class called Minutemen, Miney Udi Men.
I'm sorry. So,
You know the vine guy who is like papayas. Watermelon.
I need to hear the Minutemen one more time.
Miney Udi Men. Mike, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I know you're not watching. He
I know
like
you're
said
watching,
it,
but if you are,
Miney, and he did that for like a day, and no one said anything. And then like the next day when he kept doing it, the teacher's like, "Okay, what are you talking about?"
What
and
are
he's
you
like,
trying to say?
and he's like the Miney Udi Men, and then he like described them. They're like, "Do you mean the Minutemen?" And everyone in class was just like, "Oh man."
Hold on.
Wait, look
Wait,
away.
just a Miney Udi.
Wait, web captioner turned into Miami Booty Men.
perfect. Don't correct the caption.
Oh.
That's exactly how we want this to be.
Like, Ray, is there any way in this
Miami
really
Booty
cool,
Men.
super awesome ancient temple for me to go up, or all the stairs crumbled?
The stairs appear to only go up to this actual fountain itself. Weirdly, there doesn't seem to be any continuation that you can see currently. There's no like doorways or other doors or anything that you can see in here at the moment.
Is the wall all flush?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Hey, I think I'm perceptive. That's an 18 plus 5 is numbers. 23, maybe?
Okay. The wall is a little difficult to figure out just because of its age and the kind of moss and stuff growing from it. You do, however, as you're kind of focusing on figuring this out, you do feel the slightest breeze blowing in this room. Just slight.
Where's it from? Is it from all around?
Towards... So where the fountain is on the back wall, left-hand side, back down the stairs.
I go investigate.
All right, what's everyone else doing?
While Howie's doing that, so this mural, do any of the areas look familiar to me?
I mean, some will just by stories. Like, you recognize the elemental planes, you recognize the more kind of demonic influences, you recognize the more celestial influences. Like, there's kind of a scattering of various different settings.
Does anything look like where Orin stole the cone from?
No.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
That was going to be kind of my question too. Like, the detail of the box, does it look like it's comprised of multiple different materials?
There is very little details on the mural of the box itself. It appears to be... It's one of those historical pieces where, like, if the image was just them and the chest, it would be super detailed. But because it's a large piece that's covering multiple different subjects, it's done in a little more of a symbolic way rather than a literal way.
Anything look like perhaps is plain? From the description I heard of.
You still don't really know what that looks like, so not really.
I was, not gonna lie, super distracted doing something tech related, I think. Where is the liquid in this basin? Is it coming from something or is it just there?
There's a hole.
There's a hole?
Yeah, there's a small hole in the wall. At some point, maybe there might have been some kind of fancy spigot or something. But right now, it's quite literally just slowly trickling out of this gap in the wall.
Small hole?
Dawan is going to... It's just in the wall. There's like nothing. Is there any way to get behind it? I'm very curious as to like the source of this viscous liquid.
What was that, sorry? You were a little quiet on my end.
I'm very... Oh, that makes me so nervous. I'm
You're fine on my end.
I think it was just me.
Yeah. Sounds fine.
This is what happens when you don't eat.
You're getting faint. You can't hear your players. I'm very curious as to like what the source of this liquid is, and so if I can find a way.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Yes, I will do that. I need to pop this out. I'm so scared. Every window I open. This is 7. Did not do well.
Okay. You can take a look in the actual gap itself. There isn't, making sure that you don't just accidentally get a whole bunch of liquid in your eye, because that would be horrendously unpleasant.
That's how I get true sight.
Nice.
This isn't like, if I'm bitten by a radioactive spider, I'll get superpowers. That's not how this works.
This isn't like if a fairy spits in your eye.
Yeah, so in your investigation here, you don't see a lot, unfortunately, that gives away it gives away what you want. Looking through this gap, it seems to continue for a little while up. You do notice, just because you would anyway with your passive, whatever the slight breeze is that is in this room, and it's not coming from here.
Okay. That's actually good to know.
So whatever the source is, probably is not from outside.
It's from deeper in the earth.
The source is not from the source of the fountain.
The source of the breeze that's currently running through the room is not from the hole in the fountain. Normally, in this situation, you'd expect the water to be coming from a surface source, which means that there'd be at least a little bit of air coming through, unless it was like gushing down. So wherever this gap is, it's not here.
Can we tell what direction the breeze is coming from? Is it getting like stronger if you kind of like, if it, like, let's just say Orin walks around kind of like feeling
I'm down by investigating.
Yeah, y'all have already seen Nawi come
That's
up
true.
the stairs, take a look around, and then come back down and head towards the left-hand side of the back wall.
Oh, okay. So now he's already on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Nawi,
Yes.
as you step towards this wall, the breeze slightly intensifies, but only to a point where you feel like this is what little of a source there is in this place. You kind of get a little closer. It smells weird, is probably the best way to put it. It smells fresh, but not in the natural way that you are used to. It smells almost artificial.
Is there a crack or something?
It seems to be coming through a few sections of the brickwork behind where the mortar in between has fallen away.
I think I would just take out my... I think I have one. Yeah, I would take out my dagger and some... Oh, a potion of healing, that's right. I think I would take out my dagger and just like I think I'm just trying to get in there to get this brick out of the way. Or trying to figure out if there's a way to... 1 second. Yes, thank God, Naui. I think she would try and first figure out if this wall has some kind of secret opening. I'm in some kind of weird dungeony place, which is pretty new for her, but it seems like puzzles and secrets are a thing here.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, I'm going, if you're like, you can't find anything, I'm going to start like just wild girl, take out my dagger and start like digging.
Okay. With your with your common sense, as you're taking a look at this this particular section of the wall, the rest of the room doesn't appear to have much in it. Mm-hmm. You would gather if secrets and puzzles are this place's thing, perhaps not every mechanism survived staying down here for so long. Mm-hmm. There's a possibility that whatever mechanism once opened this place is no longer functional.
Yeah, you see now, I just take out a dagger and start, best as I can, I'm trying to dig away at the mortar that's messed up to like pull to start. I'm just getting in there.
All right. Anybody else doing anything different?
I want, just because I'm curious, I want to ritual cast Detect Magic. And give the room a walk around.
Okay, give me just a moment.
There's no way there's not something magical in here. Watch there not be anything magical in here.
Watch
Someone come
the
help me.
entire place just light
Someone
up.
come help me with this wall.
Aridin will get. Ashtalora is there with her paws.
Yes.
And I feel like she walks up next to you and just kind of gives you one of the cat head bumps and start to
It's
dig in.
called bunting. It's when they bunt.
Mara would actually go over to where Nawi is digging and take out her thieves' tools and see if she can find the mechanism that originally opened whatever this was and try to open it.
Sure thing. Okay, let's start with Aridin here real quick. So you can go ahead and cast Detect Magic, and as you cast it, you get a strange kind of migraine in the side of your head for just a moment. You are suddenly flooded with memories that are clouded and unclear and hard to decipher. But you recognize certain voices that you've heard already in your travels. Certain voices from your past that seem to echo around. You feel the magical energy of those individuals. When you learned this spell in the first place and feeling how powerful those individuals around you were, that memory is suddenly overwhelmed by a old and far more powerful magic that currently sits on the other side of that wall. Transmutation.
Overpowered by what's behind where now he's digging.
Yes. There is some kind of incredibly powerful transmutation magic on the other side of that wall.
Wait. Now we wait.
Oh, yeah, yes.
There is something incredibly powerful behind that wall.
Oh, well, that's good.
I think we should proceed with caution. It's
Well,
transmutation magic?
I know what that means, but perhaps you should tell Ashtalora.
Is Ashtalora still digging?
It's you're familiar, I don't know.
Ashtalora has a mind of her own. She doesn't listen to Aridin sometimes. She's a cat.
She probably does the cat thing where she's just continuing for a moment and then she kind of feels those eyes digging into the back of her head, so she kind of turns.
Now he's
like
like 6%
I did
wanting to keep
nothing
going.
wrong.
She's like in position. She's like, in transmutation magic means evil?
No,
Changed
No,
from one form to another, as far as I understand.
Oh, well, that's not so bad. I've done that before.
right. I guess I'm just concerned that if something that powerful is locked away, maybe it's locked away for a reason.
Or perhaps it was forgotten by the people who left it here?
Or there's fresh fire marks, maybe it is hiding.
Yes, that's quite true. Somebody came here and was aggressive. Perhaps it's trying to stay safe. Or needs help. It does not seem locked away. It seems, as me and Mao are looking, that something used to open this, but was broken.
Did it break
think-
from time or did it break from purpose?
I don't know. I don't make these type things.
I think if we are respectful, whoever or whatever is in there will... I mean, we passed all the tests. I think they'll listen.
Mara knocks on the wall, says, "We're gonna try to get you out of there."
Have
I'll say the same thing in Primordial.
I gathered the viscous ooze?
Absolutely.
Okay, how?
It's really not difficult to grab.
Oh no! It was just more of a. Does anything bad happen? Like grab the viscous ooze?
No.
Okay, all right.
I drank some and I got better.
I mean, this. Yeah, but you were hurt.
When those small little splashes of this liquid, when you're not using your tools, or rather as you're using your tools, when these small splashes kind of touch your skin, you're filled with some old warm memories that perhaps haven't been at the forefront of your mind for quite a long time. It's a little comforting as you almost seem to see for a split moment someone's hands over yours, teaching you how to use the tools. You have warm and fond memories of being taught your craft. You feel that presence around you just for a moment before it fades back. You feel a little warmer for it. Other than that, no adverse effects. You can go ahead and collect it however you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to have a big, like a couple big, large mason jars for, what's his face? I don't know. I don't remember. What's their face?
The guy I punch.
Ada.
Yeah. And then I want a couple of like small, like test tube sized vials for the party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
One to study and a couple for the party.
Sure thing. You can go ahead and collect those, however many vials you want to grab.
I'm gonna grab 6. There are 5 of us. 1 extra.
Okay.
And then however
6
much
vials.
is needed for our quest. The reason
Yeah,
why we're here.
6 vials and some containers. Awesome.
Perfect. Okay.
And this is, how big is this room?
Not very large. You're probably looking at like maybe like a stereotypical hotel landing. This isn't very big at all.
So it's basically just the fountain and the mural.
Yeah, there probably was something else here, but whatever was here has been destroyed or removed. And actually, Mara, as you're using your thieves' tools to check the area, the only real things you can check are the walls and the fountain. That's kind of all that's really in here, unless you want to like fly up to the top. But checking the fountain itself, using your tools, you find some kind of mechanism that was once to do with this gap in the wall that has been removed, either by accident or on purpose. There was some kind of mechanism here. It is now no longer functional.
So do I find anything to open the wall?
Unfortunately, it seems like you might have to do it the old-fashioned way
Okay.
and just break the wall down.
Well, if you want to get out of the way, I can try thunder waving it.
What if we hurt who's on the other side?
I'm going to tell them to move back.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'll move back far enough that it just hits the wall.
I'm gonna shout through the little break in the wall in Primordial. If you can move far away from the wall, it will be quite loud. I'll move out of the way.
No response, but yeah, you can move. You can go ahead and cast your Thunder Wave. And it is a relatively quick and easy process.
Yes, because it's like
It'll-
double damage to buildings and stuff, right?
Thunder damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, relatively easy. You go ahead and cast this and everyone kind of sees this section of wall absolutely blown away. It is shattered. Thankfully, the infrastructure around it seems stable enough that it hasn't had an adverse effect. As you look into the other room, there is an immediate blue-green glow that kind of catches your eyes. It seems to be encompassing this entire room. Looking to the right, you see the fountain continue through this small brick section as it lines up towards this large, almost oval-shaped, I guess, this large oval-shaped blob that has been held and sustained in place. You see the water, the liquid, pouring out of whatever this orb is, and slowly being kind of led across, you see multiple of these branches. This liquid was clearly meant to go in other places, but those branches have been destroyed relatively recently, actually. The only one that remains is the one that leads now into the room you were just in. The room is a lot larger, being closer to the temple you were previously in with the long corridor. It is kind of that size and scale. As you look up, you see these large pylons of energy that seem to be on either side. And yet again, more of these orbs, indented in these honeycombs in the walls. The pylons hum and seem to be relatively placid. As you take a look at them, they seem to be sealed with a kind of metal and glass sealant around them.
I think Naui immediately tries to reach out to this thing with her mind link to see if it's a living thing.
Okay.
And Mara's just thinking, great, more poop.
You go ahead and use your mind link and find out that whatever this thing is, it is not sentient.
Have we tried the orbs? Has anyone touched any of these orbs?
Not the ones in the walls.
Only Ashtalora, I think.
No!
All of us are the eye emoji at now.
I feel like Aridin is just like, something is bound to go wrong, something is not right, something is something.
I was definitely asking that question while walking up to one to touch it. And everyone's like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay, touch.
Oh no, oh boy.
I mean, Dallin at this point is like, where are we?
I touch an orb, Ray. What happens to me?
Okay.
What happened?
The orbs are exactly the same as the ones you've seen before. That weird etching in a language that doesn't quite make sense, even with deciphering magic.
Mm-hmm.
You go ahead and touch it, and you hear the slight resonation of your hand against the metal. And there's a little kind of ring out. And that's it.
I'm gonna take one. Does it
Okay.
open at all?
They are big.
They're huge.
So you're probably going to have to go ahead and like two-hand this and make me a strength check.
How strong are you?
I'm very strong.
Okay.
Just a straight strength check?
Yes.
21.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah.
Love the knees, kids.
There's a bit of a tug as you try and just heave this as much as you can. You thankfully get some leeway, although it feels like there is some kind of connection with the orb and the specific area that it was put. I don't really know if magnets are a thing in fantasy
They are
worlds,
if you want them to
but
be.
that's basically what they are.
It's your world, Ray.
These orbs are held magnetically in place that you've now discovered. So it was quite the pull to kind of get this down. You do manage to roll it. There's a slight hiss and a click as, without the magnetic seal, the orb slowly kind of opens from the middle and out. And you find ash.
Ash?
Ash.
Like
Someone's
Like
burned
burned?
alive? Like not
Find
dust.
ash. No,
Not-
ash.
Yeah,
Specifically
so like burned.
ash. There is inside another small symbol that you can't make out. A small effigy of some kind. And ash. And that's it.
Great, you just opened someone's coffin.
Okay. I've done a lot. Someone should stop me. Because I have a really stupid idea.
Keep it feral.
Are you
I
gonna
want to
taste
try
it?
and put some water in the thing and see what happens.
Into the ash?
Yes.
There's about to be a very Angie spirit. No talkie me, Angie.
So you want to put the water into the ash?
Now he
Was that?
thinks the orbs were used to move the water around and someone used it to kill somebody. Because I have no way to know that isn't what's happening. You've given me no tools to figure out what this thing is, right? So I need to. I'm a woman of science. We keep finding these things around all this weird water. I'm like,
Okay.
You have a
maybe they're used to
hypothesis
transport
and
the
That's-
water.
you want to test it.
That's
Yes.
not what I expected, but I'm here for it. Roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
You do have advantage. Adamus
That
Lamas
is the
gave you
third 18
advantage.
in a row.
Oh god.
Yes, yes, yes.
Also, everyone mark it in your books. We all have advantage. Ray, you have an auto crit.
Wait, what? Wait.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. What terrible timing. Adam, you're an absolute menace. I'm not talking to you, Adam Hardy.
Yeah.
Treasure.
I assume we were all talking.
Much less of a menace.
And I was like, that's weird. Adam's just like advantage for everybody.
Okay, so I didn't plan this.
Bullet forward, probably. Like, I have 80,000 channel points.
Mom?
I mean, I have infinite because,
I am the channel. I know you didn't plan for this, Ray, but now he's had it in her head that these things are to transport something.
I didn't plan for this at all,
Well,
but
here we are.
this is about to get incredibly interesting.
Here we are.
So what's everyone else doing as Nolly is messing with this orb? Just so I have a lay of the land here.
Aridin is standing way back and just, like, watching in horror.
Mars trying to
Abject
figure out
terror.
these pylons. So she's looking at the pylons.
Aridin's just trying to make sense of what she felt and saw. She's confused.
You said that there is a like little river thing that was leading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost, I was trying to find the word for it. It's almost an aqueduct.
Thank you. Okay.
So
I,
there's
I was
this-
thinking like Indiana Jones, National Treasure, like aqueduct of
Yeah.
oil, but
Yeah, it is literally an aqueduct. There is this huge like oval orb, and then there's multiple like trowels coming out. But unfortunately, it seems like the majority of them have been destroyed, apart from the one that led to the fountain that you saw. There was once 5 different parts. There is now only one.
and they all I want to follow them. That one's I want to follow them. I guess precedent goes to the one that isn't destroyed.
Yeah, destroyed one. The not destroyed one heads back into the room that you were just in. It seems to be the source of the fountain that you were looking at in the last room. The others seem to branch out into other sections of the room. They go into the wall and then they disappear.
Okay. Okay.
Like, they continue through the wall.
And they're blocked off, destroyed,
Or just like the aqueduct
dug
is
out?
They have
destroyed.
been broken. They have been deliberately broken. They have been snapped, slashed, burned.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about like they're like kind of pipes, and then they've been
Yes, sabotage.
busted open. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Orin will take out the jar that is holding perhaps, and
I
More
have this big,
chaos.
and
big
just a
Orby
gentle
body for you.
a gentle shake, and perhaps take a look around. Does anything look familiar as this your people's doing by chance?
No, my people don't really stop going at each other's throats long enough to build something quite so interesting. What is that? Whatever that is, that's well beyond the capacity of most individuals I've met on this plane so far.
What are you looking at? I can't really tell because you don't have eyes.
The orb, the oval. The strange manifestation of energy. I know it's magic. I couldn't tell you what type, unfortunately.
Unless
But
I
it's
can-
interesting.
Transmutation.
Perhaps doesn't know it. It doesn't recognize this, so it's not from his people. But he's impressed by it.
I know the pineapples at the back. I've seen those in other places on this plane. Simple arcano-mechanical batteries, basically.
Batteries.
Are they powering the orb?
It's a solid guess. As you hear the dunk of the metal hitting the ground.
Splash, 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 splash.
Oh my god.
Okay. You watch as Naui pours a whole
Oh boy.
a whole container into this. And
Get up.
Stand up.
there's a nothing and more nothing and more nothing. And all of a sudden, Naui, you see the viscosity of the liquids increase slightly as it begins to catch the ashes in what puddle you've now created here, essentially in this orb. The water almost seems to continue to pick up more and more and more until it begins to become almost a pseudo-solid entity that begins to take on a life of its own. You notice it begin to contort and stretch as more of these ashes are caught. It begins to come up and out now of the orb itself as it kind of sloshes onto the ground and begins to continue to kind of contort and manifest.
Dawan, you may want to take some notes.
Dawan, we're gonna need a lot more of that.
Dawn looks up from where she's been following, like she's at the wall, just turns around, and gives this writhing mass just a. What have you done?
I'm not sure.
It's very Flubber-esque right now as it's kind of stretching up to kind of manifest itself. It's beginning to kind of grow taller and taller and taller. Is there anything you do to stop or inhibit, or are you going to let this happen?
Aridin
I would-
looks into the camera like she's on The Office.
I would try and help it. So if it's like trying to stand up, I try and help it up. Or like if it seems
No,
like it
you
needs
don't know if it's friendly.
it. I mean, if it is being born, then how will we know?
What if it isn't being born? What if it's coming alive again?
Well, when I came alive again, I was quite friendly. I was confused.
I'm alive again.
Aridin's just like, ooh.
What did you say?
This little flubber continues to stretch itself up and out. It's now kind of reaching 2 foot and then 3 foot as it becomes more and more kind of stretched. You see it begin to take on an approximation of a humanoid form. You see these small legs kind of begin to stretch, become longer and longer. As you kind of help it up, as it begins to stand, you feel a slight slosh on your other shoulder as this proto-arm comes around. And you kind of look over your shoulder and you slowly watch as that proto-arm begins to stretch forwards and out into 3 long fingers and a hand that comes out. It begins to slowly almost dwarf you a little bit as it stretches further and further and hits 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. As
Is it starting by chance to resemble those strange, lanky...
What's so funny
silhouettes?
you asked that, Cole. I was about to ask the same exact question.
Indeed,
Also, hi,
Right?
Melissa, we are in danger.
indeed it does. As it becomes now in its mostly full form, you watch as its skin color almost begins to refract the light around it. You see sections of the light coming in and through its body and then scattering throughout, leaving this almost slightly prismatic effect throughout its entire body. There is a moment where, now still weak but supported, it pulls itself up. You watch as both hands kind of hit the ground as they collapse, and you hear a solid coughing on the ground as they spit up the last little bit of this goop and ash on the ground.
During this whole stretchy McStretchy thing, Mara would have cast tongues on herself so that when it has what she thinks may be ears, she can talk to it.
Okay.
Aridin is probably not too far behind, and I have quietly hummed my blade song.
Now he's just telling this thing it's gonna be okay, switching between every language she knows.
It's just like, we've come in peace. Something attacked your temple. We're trying to figure out if you need assistance.
Sorry, I'm just trying to picture, because Eridin usually like swings her blade around. I'm just imagining.
Just panic
No, I
coming.
usually
Panic.
do the
Mhm.
So was it a very panic, quiet?
Let's go faster. Let's go faster.
This larger
like,
creature.
my AC needs to be more than 2.
Yes.
Post haste. Thank.
This larger creature, now coughing up the rest of what was obstructing it, takes a long, deep breath. It will wait for a moment before pulling itself back up. Now standing probably around about, if not just under 10 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is a large, stretched creature.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It'll turn towards you all and take a look across you. You notice there's no facial features per se on this creature.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good.
It is a rather blank face with a set of like piercing almost avian eyes that seem to stretch back at you, you know, like the super wide pupils. No nose, a small kind of just opening for a mouth, no like defining features of like curves or structure across them, no sockets, etc. They seem to have some kind of ridge towards the back that continues down, almost mimicking hair, but not quite.
Is this a Turian?
Not quite, no. Definitely not. Taking a moment to take you all in, you watch as a hand raises up in a defensive posture. You see a small flicker of energy before realizing you are not assaulting them. They will go ahead and rest their hands down. They pause for a moment before conjuring a small orb in their hands. Tiny, tiny, tiny little glimmer of silver light. They go ahead and do that. They look at it. A and will slowly slot it into their mouth and swallow. And they themselves will cast tongues in order to ensure that they can communicate.
I was just gonna mind link, but that all works too. Everybody's got magic, it's okay.
They seem off-put. It's difficult to tell with the lack of facial structure, but they seem off-put by this entire situation as they begin to slowly look around the rest of the room. You watch as their posture drops, their limited guard that they had up just completely shatters as they look towards the room that they are in, the various different orbs around them, and the oval kind of structure in the center. They turn towards you. Sorry, go on.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Do you feel do you feel good? Adequate?
No.
Did you wouldn't call yourself that. Did someone do this to you and your people, or did I do something wrong?
Their head turns as they look towards the aqueduct setup they had going. Are you responsible
for the destruction? No.
There is a long hand up and point towards the aqueduct.
No, we got here and it looks like someone just came. I won't lie, I thought the orbs were a vessel for whatever this is. I thought it needed help. We are I won't speak for everyone. I am not as advanced as whatever is happening here. It seemed nature was being disturbed and I wanted to protect it.
It seems to look again towards the orbs that are scattered across the wall. It's about now that you realize that your own emotions are slowly being altered. Not in a hostile way, just in a proximity to this creature. It seems to radiate a sense of loss and loneliness. And kind of, your body kind of naturally just picks it up. This kind of nonverbal communication as it What are you?
Me? Or like everyone?
They'll lean down, just scan across the party.
I am Naui of the Verdant Vale. Naui, I'm of Bright Scale, one of Nevin's children.
Nevin. Naui. Verdant Vale.
Lots of V's, I know.
New words. Strange words.
Oh, What are you?
What am I? It'll slowly look across its hands, and a car will go in the background.
We're like, oh my god, what kind of wagon was that?
Wagon was that?
Horsepower? Is that how many horses are in there? It'll look across its hand and just almost take itself in, as it seems incredibly disoriented, considering the process that hit it. It'll pull itself back and kind of lean in and wait as it scans across the rest of the party.
I'll also scan the rest of the party. Like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Once it didn't attack us, Aridin would relax and step out from behind whatever she was standing behind, so that it can see her. She doesn't want it to seem like she was ready to attack. She doesn't want to provoke.
Mara would say, well, we're guardians and protectors, and we came upon this place, and it had obviously been ravaged, so we came to see if anyone was in need of assistance. Does the rest of your people reside in the rest of these orbs? Because we found some in another place as well.
Reside? No. End it in these orbs.
So did we accidentally bring you back from your eternal rest?
They pause for a moment, almost as if they're mulling over the thought process of that sentence, the weight of it, as they slowly nod their heads.
Was that an error on our part? Should we return you to your eternal rest?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember how you don't remember passing?
They shake their head again and pull themselves back up to their full height. They reach down and take a look inside of the orb where the symbol and the effigy still remain.
Yes, God,
They pull
yes,
it
please
up.
tell us what it says, please. I was gonna ask, what does that say?
You take a look. And that feeling again, that kind of radiating of emotion comes with a sad happiness that begins to emanate from it. Is it? I believe the magic you translate this to pauses for a moment. Harmony.
Is that what it says? Harmony?
It'll look at the little sigil again. And look back towards you. Nod once slowly.
Do you remember what this place was created for?
My mind is fragmented.
It is. It can be quite jarring to come back.
We have with us a entity that may be able to help.
It stops for a moment and looks up towards the ceiling. You watch as it raises both of its hands. Its movements are very slow and deliberate as it carefully touches its 3 fingers together and pauses. It pulls them apart and they create these small silver white strands of magic almost. As they twist their fingers around and back, they begin to quickly interlock these small threads, creating almost a strange cat's cradle as they suddenly flick their hands upwards. You watch the stone and moss above you vanish. And instead, above, you see a beautiful tapestry of the night sky that you have seen many times, floating around you with this magical illusion. You see it slowly begin to trace and track certain stars in the sky, certain constellations, as it just begins to work out exactly where it finds itself. As it seems to pick star to star to star. It waits in silence for a while before slowly bringing its hands down. This beautiful illusion breaking. It's been too long. It's been far too long.
What's been too long?
This end. This sleep. It has been too long.
Oh, well, then good morning. I'm glad we could wake you up.
It is very confused.
Now he's just smiling.
It is very confused, but you feel like it appreciates your sincerity.
I do ask, do you know, it seems that someone came here recently and is being quite destructive. Do you know what someone could be here to take? Is there something past this room?
It'll begin to look at certain points in the room, trying to figure out something that is clearly in its memory, but it can't quite grasp at the moment. As it shakes its head and takes a seat just exactly where it is, pulls up these very large legs into a kind of a tall crisscross. It pauses, thinking through its current experience before it says, "It's time. I need a moment."
Yes.
Are you in need of sustenance?
It shakes its head. We do not feed how I believe you think we do.
Well, how do you?
Background. Consistent force. Like plant with sunlight.
Oh, we have a plant.
Wait.
Sorry, the absurdity of that sentence just hit me. That wasn't even here. That wasn't him. That was me.
Wait.
Yeah, that wasn't them. That was me.
Wait. They said background.
Background energy.
Oh, okay.
They likened it to. They likened
plant
it to a
getting
plant with sun.
Yeah. Okay.
They like feed off like the universe's like, feedback.
The universe's
Super.
mojo.
Just
Super efficient.
Just the like natural power that lies around her. Yeah. Okay. Understood. Wild.
Y'all did this. This wasn't the plan, but I'm here for it.
Do you
Gave
remember
Wiley.
your name?
Shakes its head.
You said you needed time. Do you want to stay here or do you want to follow us?
Allow me to. Puppy.
Dog.
Allow me to rest. Allow me to meditate.
And we will protect you while you do that. We're not sure if whatever did cause this destruction is still here or not.
It will be a short process.
Okay.
And it is very deliberately milling over the words it's choosing. This magic of tongues mixed with its current recuperating mind state is a little jarring to it still, as it kind of enters a smaller pose than it was in before. Still cross-legged, it'll kind of hunch itself down a bit, and you watch as its fingers kind of interlock with each other.
Mara
It'll
would
just hold it to its chest.
hum a tune that she uses when she's trying to focus.
You watch as it actually seems to sway along with your tune, almost involuntarily. It just seems like it naturally attunes to it, almost, you could say. The room around you continues to hum for just a little while, as it only takes a few minutes for it to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. It opens its eyes with a renewed purpose as it begins to almost recheck the room around it, trying to find something different about the situation it's in. Its eyes dart from orb to orb and looks back towards you. I have never met any of your kind before. My name is complicated. You found me with harmony, so harmony is what I shall be.
Oh, thank God they chose the name.
At first, I thought your name would complicate, and I was like, Ray, please don't do this again.
Right, that's exactly. I was like, oh, don't let Naui. Don't let Naui latch
Yes.
onto this name.
Perhaps uncomplicated. That's They combine together Megazord style for perhaps it's
Perhaps it's complicated harmony.
Yeah, it will say this and bow its head quickly.
Dawn's going to bow back. Harmony, you have never seen us, and we have never seen anything like you.
Your kind live here now.
Not here, but your temple has sunk in deep into the ground. We are underground, like very. I like everyone else, like very underground. Yes.
We are underground, but we're also not in the same plane as where we started this journey. Am I right? Am I right in assuming that?
You're in the same plane.
Okay, no. Ray, when I asked you for a nature check 2 sessions ago, you said, it's not the same. You're in a weird place.
It's not the same, like, natural biome. Like, the area around you is very different in terms of its natural construction, but you are in the same plane of existence.
That wasn't what I was asking.
It's just a little wonky. That's all.
Okay.
It's like the Hollow Earth in
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Journey to the center of the
Journey
earth.
to the center
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
earth. Yeah.
Mara would take out her notebook and she would turn to the newest gods. Did these folks walk the land when you were last awake?
Is that the sketches with the statues? Sorry.
Right. Of the newest ones.
Okay.
Are the ones you recognize?
They take a long, hard look, and you begin to feel probably a little uncomfortable as you find yourself being impressioned with these mixed emotions that blink faster than you can feel, almost. It's a lot unnerving. Not in a hostile way, just in a very otherworldly way. It'll tilt its head and it'll slowly raise a finger and begin to trace along the holy symbols that the statues actually wear. And it'll kind of just trace, and trace. Its head will tilt. Kin.
As in family.
Who did they say that to?
They look to Mara and they say again, Kin,
Oh,
with their hands traced around the statues.
and that's what the newer gods were the newest pantheon that we know about, right? The ones that are just worship normally. Should go back to the oldest one. Parent.
Which one? The draconic one or the worm? The
worm.
snake, sorry.
The snake.
I swear to God.
That's right. There's too much talk of worms today. I've got worms on the brain. Okay. Question for logistics. Does it have its own dedicated page?
Yeah, the two big ones have their own dedicated page because she wanted as much detail as she could do.
Okay. As they pull it up, you watch as their head tilts back a bit. They immediately look in. You get a sense of both anger and fear that seem to fill through him.
Not that one.
They'll go ahead and
Flip the page to the dragon. That one.
What page were you on?
The serpent.
And that's the one they called Kin.
Nope.
No.
No, that's the one
No.
with anger and fear.
That was the one in your.
the one that they called kin are the newer pantheon. So the Vacan,
Right.
like
Ooh,
their
Vacan.
own pantheon that exist. Towards Endomatiolan, they don't particularly like them much. Yeah, there's a lot of anger and fear mixed in there as they look upon the core snake. As you turn to the third, nothing. They don't recognize them at all.
Which one's the third?
The
The
draconic.
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 And
Draconic,
the
but
course,
not quite draconic.
Right, the core snake and the draconic were the two older.
The two,
Older
yeah,
gods.
the two oldest ones there.
Mara,
Because the statues were in order.
Exactly.
Mara, can you flip back to the one with the Crimson Sisters?
Flips to them. Morkin?
They look across all three, and they open their mouth and close it again, almost struggling to find the word to say, and just... I'm not sure the concept directly translates. The closest I can imagine is daughter, but not quite.
Like you were there to help them learn?
They nod. Not by family, but by concept.
Oh, that is like where I am from. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay, and this place was created to rebirth you all?
They begin to flick back through your book.
Oh boy.
Kind of begin to slowly flick back and flick back.
Wait.
Ignore all the naked pictures of Eric.
Oh.
Are these from life?
There's like an AoE blush around the creature. Oh my god.
AoE push around the creature, and Eridan is on fire.
Yeah, it flicks through and back to the original diagram that you took of the entire corridor. And it rests its finger towards the back. So before the snake and the dragon, and after the sisters, and it kind of rests its finger there towards a section of the individuals that you didn't recognize. And it
So
just
you're one
taps.
of these? Or everyone here is one of these?
It was made for them, whatever those were.
We were around here.
The first ones.
This place is... I believed it to be a burial ground. But since I am here, stepping on this planet again, I'm beginning to think there was something that we did not understand at play.
So, wait, you found it as well? You did not build it?
No, this place is ours.
Oh. But you don't believe it was what you thought it was before.
Exactly.
Hmm.
If what you did could have been done with all of us, perhaps this was meant to be a revival chamber.
Now he goes to get another one.
Well, wait.
No, just... Well, everyone get up!
Dowan like grabs onto Naoi's arm, stops her in her place. Just
It
hang
will actually reach out as well and kind of hush you for just a moment as it reaches and pulls itself down so that it's in eye level with you.
That's not terrifying at all.
Just because we were first here does not mean we get to keep it. If the universe has decided that this is yours now, you do not refuse its gift. I need more information.
Well, speaking of the universe, have you ever heard of beings just disappearing and nothing's left behind but black dust? Because that's happening all over this world right now.
I have an experiment.
It will take a look at what little of the ashes remain on the ground, and then look towards you and just reading your body language. It looks again. Not dust like this, different dust.
I don't know. Mara's never seen it. She'd ask.
Is it?
Yeah.
And
Don't we have a vial of it?
Do you?
You do.
Give me.
Yep. You swept some up back in Yilton.
Okay, and
You've had it for like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
who has it? Me or
Who has
Orin?
it? Do
It's
we?
in the bag of holding. I will bet you. Give it to me.
Yeah, it's just in the bag. You both just kind of threw it in there, as far as I remember.
Eridan's gonna like suddenly remember that and dig through the bag of holding and hold up the vial.
There's an aqueduct with viscous goo running through it, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to scoop a handful of it. I'm not using my files. Scoop a handful of it and motion to. Like, it's worth a shot.
I was
can
just
we
like,
let
yes.
Harmony look at it first?
Yes!
For
Wait,
science.
Eridan will slowly approach and hold out the vial to Harmony first.
It will, as carefully as it can, pinch the vial and bring it up to its face.
How tall is Harmony?
10 foot.
10 feet.
About 10
10
foot.
10 feet? Okay.
And it's short for its race as well.
No, that's fine. Okay, carry
It's,
it.
it's short for its
just the
species.
BFG. It's just our BFG. Just your friendly neighborhood BFG.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is a BFG?
Big friendly
Big
giant.
friendly
Roll
giant.
doll.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it'll scan it over, and thankfully it appears that whatever this thing is, it wears its heart on its sleeve, because you don't get any specific emotional connection coming off of this particular Stroopy. It'll go ahead and hand it back and just shake its head, a little disappointed that it couldn't help.
Oh, Harmony. I'll look over to Dewan.
I still would like to try.
Try using the ash dust with
The goo.
that.
If it brought them back, what's
Possibly
But
bring whoever
They're
this is.
likely
I guess-
celestial.
and we don't quite know what this is.
Do- Did you get this? The dust that you picked up, was it from a bad person?
We don't know. Just
I have no
someone in Yielton. Could be
Yeah.
anybody.
Oh god, what if we bring back Chimera? What if it was more than one person?
Hand the vial to Dewan.
While the wands trying
Oh, right, you have it in your hands. I'll add the. Sorry, I thought.
Just a little bit. Just add a little bit.
Just an arm.
It's a hand
Okay.
grows.
Is this gonna be like what's that that movie with they almost look like furbolgs and they used the spell to try and bring their dad back, but only the legs came back.
Onward.
Ever After something, I can't remember. Onward.
Onward. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So is that what's gonna happen? We're gonna use like a little pinch of dust and like bring back a foot, like.
So
I don't know.
you drop the
No, we're
liquid
gonna have
on
some
this.
Cronenberg creature.
Yeah. Yeah.
You drop the liquid on this black dust, and
Just a little bit. Just a sample of the black
just
dust.
just a little bit, just a little bit,
Just a little bit.
and it begins to kind of congeal with the black dust, and it sits there, and it sits there, and it sits there. No reaction. Which, thankfully, does give you a piece of information that whatever this fluid is only works on biological matter. Or something
Hey.
that once was biological matter.
So this is more of what was left after they were vanished and not.
Yeah, didn't
The
we
people
come to that
themselves.
conclusion before that it was a like after effect of the magic that happened?
It's a remnant of a spell component, yes.
Right, it's not people.
But now you have a 100%.
Well, now we have a 100%,
now you have a 100%
for
guarantee.
science
Yeah,
guarantee.
exactly.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't eat people dust.
Yeah, that was it was a very educated guess. This is a 100% confirmation at this point that this, whatever this black, like, dust is, it is not biological.
Aoi will stand up because she sat down before. Look at Harmony. There is someone here doing something sinister. These markings are new of this destruction. Do you want to stay here? Do you want to come with us? Do you want us to come back for you when we have found them? But someone is here destroying whatever sacred place this used to be, and I personally want to find them and make them answer for it.
I can find them.
Oh, well, sure, fine. Let's go.
They'll go ahead and lock their fingers again and return to this meditative stance they seem to be sat in. How long does tongues last? That's a good question.
An hour.
Hour.
An hour, okay. Yeah, it hasn't been an hour yet, so he's still got that going. I was like, is he gonna have to recast it? But it's fine.
No.
You notice the entire time that you've been talking, that little orb has basically stuck inside of his throat. So where the light is refracting, there's also a glowing orb which is refracting light back out. That is the tongues spell just consistently working. people sit there and pause, and you get a sense of reaching out, not on a psychic level, but something deeper, something older almost. There's a sense of this influence almost passing straight through you and onwards, kind of like a wave crashing and just continuing behind you. It seems to pulse outwards with a swift resonance as it returns just as fast. And it'll take a breath as it drops its stance, clearly still getting used to being alive. It will slowly pull itself back up and look towards you all and just say, "Please follow me." As this creature kind of holds up its hand, there's a bead of red energy, and it begins to draw just a line in front of it. And that is where we were going to end, as there's this light of red light in front, seemingly developing into something.
We woke up a god, yo.
Y'all resurrected?
Right, what the hell?
A thing? That's not where I saw this, that is not where I saw this episode going, but hey. Hey, Austin, you're back.
My internet died. Hope I missed nothing important.
No, you missed nothing.
You literally
Nothing massively.
like right before we
Yeah,
left the
it literally
restaurant
held its finger
sentence.
up, created a small a small red like bead of energy, and drew a line in the sky in front of it. And that is where we're gonna end off as we see how that manifests next time.
Cool. Hope I also didn't ruin the layout. I'm sure I did. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay because I had the Adam is late over press.
Incredible. You're just top notch. Anyway, we're done. I'm back to say goodbye.
We're good. Let's go ahead and head round quickly and let people plug what they want to plug. Rochelle.
Hi, I'm Rochelle, Dragon Gem. Let's see. I stream on Sundays and Wednesdays on my own channel here on Twitch. And this Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be co-streaming with my husband, Hairball, because our anniversary is this Sunday. So we're going to play a puzzle game together called It Takes Two. So you should go follow Hairball, that's Herrbawl, on his channel because we're trying to get to him to affiliate. Woo-hoo. But yeah, and then I'm here every Monday. So yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Adam.
Hello, I am Adam. You can catch me at AdamHardyVO on Twitter and Instagram. I do the post-production for The Mind and the Martyr, so check out the Friends Who Rolled Dice YouTube channel for music and sound effects added into our little adventures. And it's also available on podcasts on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Awesome.
Austin, that's me. Hey, I'm Austin. You see me here on Monday. You see me. I play Spire on Friday. The finale's this Friday. I'm on Utopia sometimes for Donuts and Duels. That's a pre-recorded show, and I am very bad about knowing when the episodes air, but that happens. I am on my own podcast. It's not this podcast. On Wednesdays, Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries. We just got done. No, not for you all yet. Coming out this week is the finale of our Console War special. This Wednesday, episode 52. Sorry, I record it like a week or two in the future, so I'm like, that's over. I can sleep again because I stayed up way too late researching it. But we did that. Listen to how petty businessmen over video games in the 1990s were. They had a fist fight in a blizzard. and more. Other than that, just hit me up on Twitter at Sailor Scott Austin. That's at Sailor SCT Austin. I got a few things that were just announced and more in the pipe, so come hang out.
Awesome. Jesse.
I was ready. I knew it. Hi, I'm Jessie. You can find me at Jahoos the Moose on the interwebs. I do art things. This Saturday, the 26th, you can catch me here at 3 p.m. EST for a Monster Hearts game. It's our second episode, and it's been 2 months. I'm pretty sure. So
Has it been that long? I think it's only yeah, because it's bi-weekly.
it's bi-weekly.
We missed 2 episodes.
It's been a long time coming. I'm very excited to play again. So you should come and watch us because I'm sure everyone else will be excited too. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Cool.
Hey, howdy, bye. I'm Cole. You can find me at Cole Moriel on Twitter. You can catch me here, obviously, on Mondays playing Aridin. And then tomorrow and Tuesdays, you can find me over on Rule of Lore playing in Too Deep, which is an all LGBT cast where we be gay and do heist. We're doing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and we haven't really done a whole lot of heisting. But we've done plenty of be gay, and that's, worth coming to watch. And we're also hilarious, like, full offense. And then on Fridays, you can find me over on Valdrian's channel playing Coriolis with Ray. So we do chaotic things in space. Our ship doesn't have guns or shields or anything, really, but we have cherries. And that's really what matters in space. So there's that. And yeah, as for Forward, check out back here on Wednesday for Visigoths versus Molgoths. We have a really cool cast lined up, and it's going to be chaos and great. And I will be in chat. I'll be running tech, so come hang out with us while we do that. And I'm probably forgetting something, and that's just going to have to be okay. Be gay, do heist.
Awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in, especially despite the tech issues going on. I am Ray, your humble GM for the Mind of the Martyr. You can find me here GMing this 6 p.m. PT on Mondays. You can find me over on Polished's channel, where I am running the Stygian Shroud, which is a Curse of Strahd sequel. That same day, like a few hours later, I also run Tenebris, our Coriolis story, and I'm trying to get around. There's channels I still haven't streamed on, so I'm looking into it and seeing what I can do. Yeah, I'm around Red Mage Ray on Twitter. That's about all you need to know. Awesome. Thank you so much again. Thank you to our sponsors and our affiliates. Super appreciated. We're going to run a quick credit roll before the entire computer shuts down again, and raid somewhere nice.
Don't even jinx it. Why are you jinxing it? We've got like 2 minutes left, and you're jinxing it.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Keep well, keep safe. Make sure you're medicated and keep moving forward. And we will catch you next time.